The echoes of BTK. Is Rex Heuermann a modern-day reflection? The chilling similarities between serial killers often send shivers down our spines. But what happens when one killer sees a reflection of himself in another? Dennis Rader, the infamous BTK killer, has drawn a disturbing parallel between himself and Rex Heuermann, the alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer. Is this just the twisted perspective of a man behind bars? Or does it reveal something deeper about the nature of these crimes? Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Dennis Rader, currently serving 10 life sentences for the brutal murders of 10 people in Kansas between 1974 and 1991, has described Rex Heuermann as a clone. This chilling assessment stems from perceived similarities in their profiles, methods, and ultimately, their capture. Rader's words offer a disturbing glimpse into the mind of a serial killer and force us to confront the unsettling possibility of patterns in such heinous acts. Rader's comparison is not merely a casual observation. He sees a disturbing reflection of his own life in Heuermann's alleged crimes. This raises uncomfortable questions about the factors that contribute to the making of a serial killer and whether certain personality traits or life circumstances might predispose individuals to such violence. One of the most unsettling aspects of both Rader and Heuermann is their ability to maintain a facade of normalcy. Both were married men with families, seemingly ordinary members of their communities. This duality, the contrast between their public persona and their private acts of violence, is a recurring theme in the lives of many serial killers. They both led seemingly ordinary lives while committing horrific crimes. This ability to compartmentalize their dark impulses, to separate their violent acts from their everyday existence, is a key characteristic of many serial killers. It allows them to blend in, to avoid suspicion, and to continue their crimes undetected for years. Both were long-term serial killers, evading capture for extended periods. This longevity speaks to their cunning, their ability to adapt and evolve their methods, and their understanding of law enforcement procedures. It also highlights the challenges faced by investigators in identifying and apprehending these individuals. Both used electronic devices in their crimes, a detail that ultimately contributed to their downfall. This reliance on technology, while initially providing a sense of anonymity, ultimately left a digital trail that investigators were able to follow. Both lived undetected in their communities for years, a testament to their ability to blend in and avoid suspicion. This underscores the importance of community awareness and vigilance in identifying potential threats. Rader was arrested at age 59, a detail that further underscores the similarities between the two men. This suggests that age may not be a deterrent to serial killing, and that these individuals can continue their crimes well into middle age. Rex Heuermann's arrest on July 13th sent shockwaves through the community. He was charged with 6 counts of murder, connected to the deaths of Amber Lynn Costello, 27, Megan Waterman, 22, and Melissa Barthelemy, 24. These 3 women, all escorts, disappeared between 2009 and 2010, their remains discovered in December 2010 along the desolate stretch of Gilgo Beach. Heuermann is also the prime suspect in the death of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, whose remains were found near the other 3 victims. The Gilgo Beach murders have haunted investigators for over a decade, and Heuermann's arrest represents a significant breakthrough in the case. The fact that all 4 victims were escorts raises questions about the targeting of vulnerable populations by serial killers. It also highlights the dangers faced by individuals working in the sex industry and the need for greater protections and resources for these communities. The role of technology in both Rader and Heuermann's downfalls is undeniable. Rader's undoing came from metadata embedded in a floppy disk he sent to a TV station, a seemingly innocuous act that ultimately revealed his identity. Heuermann's capture, similarly, relied heavily on DNA evidence and electronic tracking. DNA from discarded pizza crust linked Heuermann to the crime scene, a seemingly insignificant piece of evidence that proved to be crucial in the investigation. This highlights the importance of meticulous crime scene investigation and the power of forensic science in solving even the most complex cases. Investigators traced Heuermann through burner phones and email accounts, revealing a pattern of communication that ultimately led them to him. This underscores the importance of digital forensics in modern criminal investigations and the challenges faced by law enforcement in keeping up with evolving technologies. Rader himself acknowledged the role of technology in Heuermann's capture, stating, "DNA and electronics his downfall, much like me." This chilling admission highlights the irony of serial killers using technology to facilitate their crimes, only to have that same technology lead to their apprehension. Investigators used a DNA sample from Rader's daughter to cement their case against him, a controversial but ultimately effective tactic. This highlights the ethical considerations involved in using familial DNA in criminal investigations and the potential for privacy violations. Rader pleaded guilty to 10 murders in 2005, bringing an end to a reign of terror that had gripped the state of Kansas for decades. His capture and conviction served as a reminder that even the most cunning and elusive criminals can eventually be brought to justice. Rader has also expressed sympathy for Brian Kohberger, the suspect in the University of Idaho murders. This unexpected display of empathy raises questions about the psychological state of serial killers and their capacity for human connection. He acknowledged the loneliness of solitary confinement, a stark reminder of the isolation and deprivation experienced by those incarcerated for heinous crimes. This raises questions about the purpose of punishment and the effectiveness of solitary confinement as a deterrent. The investigation into the Gilgo Beach murders is ongoing. Investigators have conducted extensive searches of Heuermann's home, using an excavator to dig in the yard and dismantling a wooden deck. These searches are aimed at uncovering any additional evidence that might link Heuermann to the crimes. Investigators are trying to determine if any murders occurred inside the house, a chilling possibility that would further implicate Heuermann in the deaths of the victims. This underscores the importance of thorough crime scene investigation and the need to examine every possible piece of evidence. A vault containing multiple guns was found, raising questions about Heuermann's access to firearms and the potential for future violence. Over 100 firearms were removed from the house, highlighting the scale of Heuermann's arsenal. A large doll encased in glass was found, a disturbing detail that hints at Heuermann's possible obsessions and fantasies. A portrait of a woman with a bruise on her face was also found, further fueling speculation about Heuermann's potential for violence against women. A search warrant was issued for Heuermann's property in South Carolina, expanding the scope of the investigation and suggesting that investigators believe he may have committed crimes in other locations. Heuermann is being held without bail and is on suicide watch, indicating the severity of the charges against him and the potential for him to harm himself. Heuermann has pleaded not guilty to the murder charges, setting the stage for a long and complex legal battle. Heuermann's wife of 27 years filed for divorce on July 19th, a predictable consequence of the allegations against him. This highlights the devastating impact of serial killing on the families and loved ones of both the victims and the perpetrators. The similarities between Dennis Rader and Rex Heuermann are undeniable, raising unsettling questions about the nature of serial killing and the factors that contribute to such heinous acts. While Rader's perspective may be skewed by his own experiences, his observations offer a disturbing glimpse into the mind of a serial killer and force us to confront the uncomfortable possibility of patterns in these crimes. The Gilgo Beach investigation is ongoing, and the truth about Rex Heuermann's alleged crimes remains to be fully uncovered. The echoes of BTK resonate in the case of Rex Heuermann, reminding us that the darkness that fuels serial killers can manifest in different forms, across different generations. Understanding these patterns is crucial to preventing future tragedies and bringing justice to the victims and their families. Call to action. If you found this analysis insightful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of true crime cases. Share this video with others who are interested in understanding the complexities of criminal psychology. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the similarities between Rader and Heuermann and what you believe contributes to the making of a serial killer. Your engagement helps us to continue providing valuable content and fostering a deeper understanding of these complex issues.